You know what? Usually, when I wake up in the mornings, I have all these thoughts in my head and all these things I want to say and all the stuff I want to read, and it helps me to get into the Word when I wake up in the morning because I've got all the thoughts and stuff in my head. But this morning, I am putting up a blank. It could be because I haven't had my cup of coffee yet. And I've been up since 5 a.m., which is usual for me. I only get like 3 or 4 hours sleep a night. But I'm just bringing up a blank. So let me go get a cup of coffee and I'll be back and let's see what we come up with. Go-Go Juice. Oh, and by the way, sorry Jesus Freak 777 if this upsets you, but I'm out of gas, so I gotta go get Go-Go Juice. God provided me Go-Go Juice. I cannot believe how many people made a comment about the gas part when you showed us all those awesome sights. That was just awesome. Thank you very much. Great video. Alright, now I'm gonna go get my gas. Okay, I got my cup of coffee and I was walking back from the kitchen. And so when Charlie wakes up in the morning, get ready for work, he puts on Weather Channel, and it showed Ohio, showed it snowing, saying that snow may be heavy at times, and just shaking my head because I missed the snow. I used to live up in the Grand Oregon. I missed the snow. I missed the cold. It was almost 100 degrees here yesterday, so no chance of getting snow here. And I miss it, because the first snowfall of the year is to me, is the most beautiful time of the year. It's where everything looks clean. Doesn't matter how bad the city is, doesn't matter how filthy the woods are, everything looks clean and beautiful. It's like the Lord's way of decorating the earth during the winter. It's beautiful, gorgeous. If you guys and I know a lot of you probably going, who hasn't seen snow? Well, there's actually a lot of people here in Arizona who's never seen snow. So if you have never seen snow live, like up in Alaska or something like that, go check it out. Take a trip, take a trip up to the north. It's beautiful. It's cold, but it's beautiful. But I'd rather have it be cold than have it be hot. Because with the cold, you can keep adding layers and layers and layers upon layers. Hot, you can only take so much off, and then you're stuck. So this summer, when it gets really, really hot, I'll take the camera up to the thermostat up at the bank when it hits 125, 126, and show you guys how warm it gets here. If the camera doesn't melt before I can take the pictures. So, Arizona. What do I think of Arizona? These are just morning thoughts, just to let you know there's no real message behind it. It's just me babbling my mouth. I don't care for Arizona that much. The land part. The people here are great. I love the people here. They're real spiritual. They're real nice. There's a lot of Indians down here too. They're real nice people. I mean, it's a great place to live. People and during the winter, it's beautiful. Highs gets into the 65 and 70s, and it's always sunny. I think we've only had last year maybe 4 days of rain, and that was it. So it's always sunny, always beautiful, except for the land. And I'll show you the land one of these times. It's, to me, when you live up in Oregon and up north for your whole life, and then you come down and live in a desert, it looks dead. It just looks completely dead. Actually, I'll put a couple of pics. I got pictures of Arizona. Put a couple of pictures of where I live in the video. And it just looks dead. I mean, doesn't seem to be any life, but there is life. There's rattlesnakes, there's wild donkeys. Yeah, that's one thing about this down here. I was house sitting for Pastor Lee over across the river. He actually lives in California. California is only 2 miles that way. I keep forgetting. And not even that. And I was house sitting for Lee one night, and I heard a whole bunch of donkeys and went outside, and I had the porch light off. And I was like maybe 2 or 3 feet from them, and they were grazing in and eating leaves grass and stuff like that. And it was a pretty cool experience. I almost felt like Steve Irwin, you know. Almost first there was a camera right there going, now these are wild Arizona donkeys. Now what they're doing is feasting. But it was a pretty cool thing, you know, because they're completely wild donkeys. They just run everywhere, and got wild foxes and stuff out here too. But Arizona's okay. I miss Oregon. I love Oregon. Always will love Oregon. Used to be a mountain man, you know, take my dog Charlie out 7-8 hours a day, and no joke, 7 or 8 hours a day during the summer, just hiking and exploring the woods. Um, I haven't done that in a very, very, very long time. I need to do. Actually, I haven't done that since I became a Christian. I bet you things would look a lot different to me now. That's an idea. I never thought of that. All the time that I spent in the woods was before I really knew Jesus. I bet you things would look a lot different to me now when I'm up in the woods. I would see it in a whole new way. And that's one thing about becoming a Christian is you see the world completely different than everyone else. And it's based on love and forgiveness and peace and joy. And I can't see how anyone doesn't want that in their life, you know? When are you happy? You're happy when you're in love with someone. You're happy when you're having fun, joy, you know? And you experience that all the time, no matter what. No matter what happens. It doesn't matter. It's indescribable joy. And I'm actually going to bring this up. There's no way I can hate or dislike anyone. Um, I just can't do it. I haven't been able to do it in the past. Uh, that's just the way I am as a person, you know. But I need to go do that. I need to go up to next time I'm up in Oregon. I like to go this August for the Sunlight Festival. But next time I go up to Oregon, I'm just gonna have to drop everything, take a Bible, pick a direction in the woods, and start walking up there. Don't worry, I won't get lost. I never have. Oh, here's a cool story though. I almost did once. We lived up in Sumter, and it's 28 miles from any town. I mean, it's like this little 300-person town in the middle of nowhere. And I was about 9 years old, something like that. And my parents are used to me going out by myself and stuff like that. And I walked out into the woods, and one day just picked the direction and started walking. And wow, I walked really, really far. Oh, I was going up towards the Blue Mountains around Baker, Oregon. And all of a sudden it started getting dark. You know, it looked like there was a storm coming, and I went kind of late. You know, I usually go from like morning until 2 in the afternoon. But I went kind of late that evening. It started getting dark, and started on my way home, and all of a sudden I look around and everything looks the same. You know, and I I'm not gonna lie, you know. I was looking around and started panicking. I was like going, okay, where do we go? You know, I'm a 9-year-old kid at night in the woods. Where do we go? What do we do? And I looked up on a tree and I heard something. And I looked up on a tree and there was this big owl. I mean, just beautiful, beautiful owl. And it was like, it must have been at least 3 feet from from his feet to his head. Beautiful owl, wingspan probably about 6-7 feet, something like that. And it caught my eye, and I went up to him and started checking him out, and he flew over to another tree. Of course, naturally, me being a 9-year-old kid, first owl I ever seen, I went after him. You know, so I went after him, checked him out again, and he took off and flew over to another tree. I always had him in sight. It was almost like he was making sure that I could see him. Went over there and checked him out, and like 25 minutes later, he flew over to a tree, and I went over to that tree, and there was a road right there, and it was the exact same road I came from. And I walked down that road and went on home. Now, I did not believe in. I wasn't a Jesus freak back then, or nothing like that, but he still led me home, just like he leads every atheist home, every Islam home, everybody. He leads everyone everywhere to a safe place when he thinks there's nowhere to go. When he thinks there's nowhere to go, and I'm starting to I gotta take my meds. But anyways, it's at 9:27. That's my morning thoughts. But that was cool. That owl was so beautiful. I never forgot about him. So later days and God bless, and I'll probably be making more videos today.